Pro tip, guys, never stick your foot in a boot that has spent the night outside without shaking it out first. Never. Too risky. If you do it once and it goes badly, you'll never forget again. Sweet Maya's not feeling great this morning. Just happens to be very rainy and gross morning, which means I'm going out to do the morning chores without him, which I don't dig, but such is farm life. All right, let's go milk cows. Why is it somebody always gets sick when it's raining? It's like if something's gonna go crazy, it happens when it's raining. You wanna know what happened the other day? Having a baby shower for a friend. Come here, come here. And while I was having the baby shower for the friend, it was raining. It was a Sunday. Get up in here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get back, get up in here. Put your head in here. And I looked out the window of the dining room and saw that Honey, the heifer, in true heifer fashion, was looking in the window of the dining room from the flower bed in front of the house. Like she had gone over the fence and was staring at me through the window an hour before 17 people got at my house for a baby shower. And of course it was raining. That's one of those times that I say that if only I had a camera crew that just followed us around all the time, I'd have viral videos all the time. I don't know actually that would have been that viral of a video. There was a lot of high emotion, a lot of frustration. It actually wasn't very cute at all. Oh, hey little Hallie, how's it going, girlfriend? All right, well, I've texted the Noahs to come up here and help me, but I'm just gonna get started because I only have so long. Helen's really slow eater, so she's not gonna rush me too much, but I'm gonna get going.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Helen's been holding back on us. Her udder's still real full even after she stops giving to the milk machine or hand milking, but you put Hallie out and she lets the rest of it down. Her udder gets real. Noah Parker's over here milking a cow for the first time like a pro. I think it's the hat, Noah.
So what?
It's the hat. Awesome. All right, let's give Noah sours a go. You ready?
All right. I'll do my best.
Come do your learning. It is. I think that they're easier.
With a goat, my hands would get really tired because you gotta like roll the milk down.
No, it's not like that. The cows let their milk out easier. It's muscular. It's harder on your muscles. Yeah, just do a couple squirts of that out of our handy dandy olive oil soap dispenser. With a cow, it comes out easier, but there's just so much more of it. So your arms end up getting really tired, but it's a little easier on your hands, I think.
Yeah.
Look at that, Noah. I know you know how to milk a goat. So, hey Noah, Parker, will you throw that food in her trough over there?
Because I know how to milk a goat, the bottom of my hand keeps getting in the way.
Right.
And that's what makes it go everywhere.
Yeah, a lot of my goats have larger teats than the cows, which is interesting, but I've also kind of bred for that.
Yeah, it seems like in a goat, like the milk goes down to them, like all the way through the teats.
The thing with the goat is, if you squeeze here without pinching it off on the top, the milk will go back in the udder, but with the cow, it doesn't do that. If you squeeze, it comes out, period, which is nice. So, Helen's milk supply is still down a little bit because of being on medication for pneumonia. So right now I'm hand milking her, even though we machine milked Helen. I'm just doing this into a separate container because we're still withholding this milk and not drinking it after her being on medication. So I'm gonna let that get all the way out of her system before consuming milk again. Good job, guys. Good milking. Couple of cowboys. It's funny that cowboys get like this hardcore rap, but then like a milkmaid doesn't.
Yeah.
My little boys wanted cowboy hats, and we were talking, and They were talking about getting cowboy hats and cowboy boots, and they were walking through the store tipping their hat at people and saying, ma'am. And they said, well, I want to be a real cowboy, so I need this. I said, listen, you have the most important things to make you a cowboy. Cows. I was like, your hat don't matter, your boots don't matter. I was like, it doesn't matter if I'm wearing boots or high heels. I have cows, so I am a cowgirl. So our little talk about cowboys and dressing like cowboys took me on a brain train to Yellowstone and then Kevin Costner, and then I remembered that I am excited to tell you guys something. Kevin Costner made me think of it. So I'm actually going to be speaking at a really cool event this summer, and I've put this on my other media platforms, but I haven't put it on here. Rory Feek is hosting a homesteading festival in Tennessee, June 3rd and 4th, and I'm going to be a speaker there. And Kevin Costner's going to be there with his band. And there's going to be a lot of really awesome information, homesteading topics. When Rory called me and talked to me about the event, I loved how he put it. He was just saying how he wants to kind of make an introductory and make this beautiful homesteading introduction community type thing. And I loved his heart behind it. I don't do a lot of going anymore, but I felt like I could make an exception for this one. Girl, let's go out of here. Come on. Come on. Let's get on out there. Get on out there. Come on. Nope. Back up, Helen. Give me that. Let me get the hose. So I'll put a link down in the information of this video for that event if you want to buy tickets to that. I just got an Airbnb in town, which is like 15 or 20 minutes away. I think it's Columbia, Tennessee. And I think there's another town on the other side that you can get lodging, but I'm really excited. It's going to be a really awesome event. All right, let's clean this off. We've been talking about what we want to do on the floor out here, which we were just going to leave it dirt, but I think what we're going to end up doing is doing concrete out here also, just because for cleaning purposes it would be really nice to be able to just hose off. We talked about gravel and like a number of other things, but then if somebody poops, and somebody will poop, then it will be a lot worse to clean up. So I think we're going to end up doing concrete in this milk stall. I know we're concreting the milk room, but just after having worked out here for the last couple months, it would be really nice to have this cleaner. So that way if you drop something, it doesn't have dirt on it. So guys are carrying the milk in for me, and I paused to look and see if any of the peas I planted are coming up yet. And it looks like no. Yeah, that wasn't a pea shoot. Good thing I just tore it out. That's a little carrot. That's a seed that had gotten left in here and turned over. There's another one, but no peas yet. I do want to take a peek at my little greenhouse. So this weekend it's going to get cold, like well below freezing. So I'm going to be probably bringing anything that has sprouted out here back inside. So I'm peeking here at my greenhouse real quick. I'm driving myself crazy with these seeds. Nothing sprouting yet. I'm so eager. So these have been in soil now for about 7 or 8 days, I think. I can't remember what day I started. I'm gonna have to look at my phone. I take my garden notes. I just take pictures of things. That way, I mean, your phone just automatically saves information when you take a picture, so you can go back and see what day you did things. That's kind of how I do any sort of garden notes. It's a lot easier than trying to keep up with a separate notebook to just be able to find the picture. And the fact that nothing has sprouted in 7 days is not worrying, considering these have been outside, which means it's getting a lot cooler in the evening. Most things that you grow in a vegetable garden do not sprout because of light. They would sprout in the complete dark. The exception to that is like there are some flowers, there's some lettuces that need light to germinate, but most things it's just warmth that causes them to sprout. So it's been very warm during the day in here, but it has not been warm at night, really. So that's not alarming, but I will confess to y'all that I've been gardening for quite a while now. I have sprouted a literal thousands of seeds, and even still, when like the days tick on and nothing has come up yet, I start thinking, did I do something wrong? Are they gonna come up at all? Maybe this is the time they don't, or the seed's good. And I know I did the things right. I mean, those seeds will germinate. I know that in my logical mind, but nonetheless, I still start doubting and second guessing. I do want to clarify, although they will germinate in the dark, they need light just almost immediately. So if you're gonna like use grow lights or whatever, if you're gonna germinate them on top of your fridge where it might be a little warmer in your house, as soon as they come up, you wanna get them to a really adequate light source where they're gonna be getting at least like 12 hours of good light a day. 14's better. And if you don't, I mean, within the matter of like a day or two, they can get so leggy trying to get to the light that you can lose your seeds. If they get a little leggy, you can bring them back by putting them under good light. But if they get too leggy, it's very hard to recover those. Tomatoes, you can probably plant them deep, but like some things, you're never gonna get them back once they get so leggy that they're falling over. Okay guys, so it's 2 days after I filmed the first part of this video, and I actually filmed the first bit of this on Toby's birthday. I told you guys it was birthday week at our house and that we were celebrating 3 birthdays. First was Ben's, then was Toby's, which I filmed the first part of this video. And after I got done filming, I took him to Dave & Buster's and we played video games for a couple hours, which is not really my cup of tea, but it is Toby's cup of tea and we had a lot of fun. But I am now getting to follow up on what I was telling you guys about how these hadn't sprouted yet. And I just came to check on them yet again and was rewarded with sprouts. Look! Happy birthday, little guys! These are the first little tomato seedlings on Roots and Refuge 2.0 on my new farm in South Carolina. And yes, I am ridiculously excited about it. So this is the spoon variety of tomatoes, which are the little teeny tiny cherry tomatoes. They kind of grow a little wild. And I'm not surprised that they're the first ones up, because I think this variety is kind of derived from a wild variety. They also fruit really fast, being so small. So it's not surprising that they sprouted so quickly. And that means that very likely the rest of these seeds are going to start popping up really soon. Now over here, this whole tray is peppers and eggplants. Both of these things do germinate more slowly. And both of these things really like a warmer environment to germinate. If you want to make them germinate quicker, you need to do it where it's a lot warmer. And right now, I have cats in my house, and I just didn't want to risk all these seeds by trying to keep this in my house. However, I might end up taking these in and just trying to like maybe make a space in my bathroom or something. Just somewhere where I can protect things from the cats. I have to take all this stuff in the next 2 nights. Not tonight, but tomorrow night and the next night. Our lows are well below freezing. And this little greenhouse, oh, there's a lot of moisture on the roof. This thing has done really well. It's very warm in here during the day. It's great for this germination, but I do not think that it's gonna stay above freezing in here overnight. And so now that I have sprouts up out of the soil, these are gonna have to come in the house. But I don't want these little seedlings to get leggy, so I'm not going to keep them in the house. I'm just gonna bring them in, put them in my bathroom overnight, and then bring them back out in the day once the temperature gets up above freezing. So we have this glorious thing that just got set up because we're having a birthday party this weekend. Of course, the weather's gonna be like atrocious. We had to actually bump the birthday party back a day because we're doing everything kind of outside. I just came and set that up before the weekend. Guys, look at my cabbages. These are legit cabbages. So I planted these last fall and they got completely decimated by turkeys. They were just little nubs, but they made a comeback Except I told you guys about Honey the heifer getting out. She came over and she took one big bite. This is one bite off the side of this cabbage. And I know I said emotions were running high. Well, that's where I came running at Honey the heifer, waving my arms and saying, "Not the cabbages!" This is my only thing that I've really successfully grown over the winter here at our house. Now the salad green stalk is looking good. And though we are gonna have some temperatures well below freezing, this will probably be fine. The problem is it's not acclimated. Lettuce has no problem, even with a hard freeze. But I do have some of the frost covers for the green stalk. I haven't really needed them here because like lettuce is fine if it's acclimated, but it's been very warm. So I may try to find one of those and throw it over here just for the night, because I don't want those to sustain any damage. Because I need to harvest a good amount of salad out of this, because I bought those as started plants. And so if they were to die that fast, it would be wasted money. So I need to harvest at least $19 worth of salad greens to break even on this, and anything beyond that is gain. So I might go the extra effort to protect those in the freeze. Oh, and look, what a difference just 48 hours makes. Earlier in this video, I was looking for pea shoots, and now I have them all coming up all right here. Look at that. These will also be fine in the freeze. Peas are very frost hardy, like they can handle a good freeze. Now, those coming up when it's kind of cool outside, they should be fine. Because they're so small, I may just grab some straw and throw a layer of mulch down on top of that just for the next 2 nights, since it's going to be kind of cold, to protect those. This is such a hard time of year because we're so eager to plant things, and even these cool weather crops, you can plant them, but if you get an unusual like dip and it's going to freeze harder than usual, just a little bit of measure of protection, like a sheet. You could throw a bed sheet. My moderators for my Facebook group were talking about, I can't remember, I think it was Samantha, said she saw shower curtains at the Dollar Tree, and that would be a great thing to grab to throw over plants to give them a little protection. You just have to remember, if you're in a place that it is freezing hard at night and then warming up in the day, to take those covers off, because weirdly you can try to protect your plants from a freeze at night and then end up scorching them in the day because you kept them covered. So just be aware of that if you're gonna cover for night freezes, that you're making sure you're taking that stuff off so you don't send your cold weather stuff to seed. Gosh, I'm so excited. It's birthday week and my seedlings had their birthday. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I bless you. Until next time.